Right now, at this very moment, 73 million Americans are in the direct path of what meteorologists are calling the most dangerous winter storm system of the decade. If you live anywhere from Texas to Maine, the next 72 hours will determine whether you stay safe or become another statistic. This is not a drill. This is happening now. In the next 25 minutes, I am going to give you exact timing for when this storm hits your city, down to the hour. I'll tell you when to expect the worst conditions, and most importantly, when it's finally safe again. But here's what you need to know in the next 30 seconds. This storm has already caused 1,200 car accidents in the last 6 hours alone. Power outages are affecting 2.3 million homes as I speak. And the worst part, the most dangerous phase hasn't even started yet. Before we go any further, drop a comment right now with your city and state. I'll personally respond with your specific forecast timeline. Don T. Wait. Do it now while you're rethinking about it, because what I am about to share could save your life or the life of someone you love. Here's your reward for staying with me these first 30 seconds. I have access to the latest high-resolution models that just updated 14 minutes ago. What they re-showing is critical, and I'm breaking it down city by city, hour by hour. No other forecast is giving you this level of detail. Let us start with the timeline because timing is everything with this storm. For those of you in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, Texas, you are in hour 6 of this event right now. The freezing rain started at 3:30 this morning. You are going to see the heaviest ice accumulation between now and 2 p.m. today, Sunday afternoon. We talking about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice coating everything. Power lines, tree branches, roads. By tonight at 8 p.m., you all transition to light snow and the system finally exits your area by midnight tonight. Houston, you are in a unique situation. You started with freezing drizzle at 5 a.m. The dangerous ice is accumulating right now as you re-listening to this. Your peak Wei Xian period, your peak danger period is happening between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. today. That's a 6-hour window where you should not be on the roads under any circumstances. The ice will be catastrophic during these hours. Oklahoma City and Tulsa, your storm began at midnight last night. You've already picked up 3 to 5 inches of snow with ice underneath. But here is what nobody else is telling you. Between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. today, you are getting a second wave. Another 2 to 4 inches of heavy wet snow on top of the ice. This is the combination that brings down power lines. Your storm finally moves out by 10 p.m. tonight. Little Rock, Arkansas, and Memphis, Tennessee, listen carefully. You started with sleet at 2 a.m. Right now, you are in the transition zone. By 11 a.m. this morning, you switch to freezing rain. This is where it gets dangerous. From 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. tonight, you are looking at significant ice accumulation, 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch. This will snap tree limbs. This will take down power lines, plan for extended outages. The system clears out by 3 a.m. Monday morning. Now, here is something shocking that just came through on the latest data. Nashville, Tennessee, you were supposed to see mostly rain. That forecast just changed. The cold air is holding on stronger than expected. You're going to see a mix of sleet and freezing rain starting at noon today and continuing until 9 p.m. tonight. This wasn't in the forecast 24 hours ago. The models just picked this up. Birmingham and Montgomery, Alabama, you have a double threat today. Ice storm from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. with 1/4 inch accumulation possible. But here's the twist that makes this storm so unusual. Between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight, we have severe thunderstorm potential in your area. Yes, you heard that right. Tornadoes are possible while areas just 100 miles north of you are dealing with ice. This is extremely rare. The severe weather window is 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Stay weather aware. Atlanta, Georgia, you rewrite on the line. Northern suburbs, you are seeing freezing rain and sleet right now. It started at 6 a.m. This continues until 3 p.m. today. Expect ice accumulation of 1/10 to 1/4 inch. Not as bad as areas north, but still dangerous. Southern Atlanta sees cold rain, temperatures right at 33 to 35 degrees. Your storm exits by 7 p.m. tonight. Charlotte, North Carolina, this is critical. You are in the bullseye for the worst ice. It started at 4 a.m. with sleet. By 8 a.m., you transition to freezing rain. From 8 a.m. this morning until 6 p.m. tonight, you are looking at 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of ice accumulation. This is catastrophic ice. Power outages are not just possible, they likely. Some areas could be without power for 3 to 5 days. Stock up on batteries, water, non-perishable food right now if you haven't already. Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina, very similar situation to Charlotte. Ice accumulation from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. today, 1/2 inch plus. But here's your additional concern. We are tracking a band of heavier precipitation that could set up right over the triangle area between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. During those 3 hours, ice could accumulate at a rate of 1/4 inch per hour. That is incredibly dangerous and extremely rare. Columbia, South Carolina, you are experiencing something unusual right now. You started with light freezing drizzle at 23 degrees at 5 a.m. It's so fine that many people don't even realize it is precipitating, but everything outside is coating with ice. This continues until 2 p.m. today. Then, between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m., you get a round of heavier freezing rain as a line of storms moves through. Yes, thunderstorms producing freezing rain. Your ice total by tonight, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina, and the upstate region, you're actually seeing snow right now instead of ice, and that's good news. The cold air is deeper in your area. You started with snow at 4 a.m. UV picked up 1 to 3 inches already. You continue with snow until 1 p.m., picking up another 1 to 2 inches. Then you transition to sleet and freezing rain from 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. Total ice accumulation, 1/10 to 1/4 inch. Much better than originally feared. Snow total, 3 to 6 inches. Storm ends by 9 p.m. Let me pause here for a moment. If you haven't commented your location yet, do it now. I am going through all 70 cities, but I want to make sure you get your specific timeline. Drop your city in the comments. I am checking them constantly. Here's something most forecasts aren't mentioning. Knoxville, Tennessee, and the Smokies region. You are seeing snow now. Started at 2 a.m. You've picked up 4 to 7 inches already in the higher elevations. Valley locations have 3 to 5 inches. This continues until noon today. Then, here's the critical part. You done transition to rain like originally thought. The cold air is holding. You stay snow until 4 p.m., then mix with sleet until 8 p.m. Total snow, 6 to 10 inches in the mountains, 4 to 8 inches in the valleys. This is a significant winter storm for your area. Asheville, North Carolina, similar to Knoxville. Snow started at 1 a.m. You've already got 5 to 8 inches in the higher elevations around town. You continue with heavy snow until 3 p.m. today. Brief mix with sleet from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., then back to all snow until 9 p.m. tonight. Total accumulation, 8 to 14 inches, with the highest amounts above 3,000 feet elevation. This is a major snowstorm for you. Charleston, West Virginia, and Huntington, you are in the heavy snow band. Started at midnight. You've already received 6 to 9 inches. The snow continues heavy until 2 p.m. today. Another 3 to 5 inches expected. Brief period of sleet from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., then ending. Total snow, 9 to 15 inches. Blowing and drifting snow will create near whiteout conditions until mid-afternoon. This is a dangerous situation. Richmond, Virginia, you started with a mix at 5 a.m. You are transitioning to all snow by 9 a.m. this morning. The snow falls heavy from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. today. We are looking at 6 to 10 inches of accumulation. The snow tapers to flurries by 8 p.m. and ends by 11 p.m. tonight. This is a significant snow event for the Richmond metro area. Now we moving up into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast where this storm really intensifies. Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, and Maryland suburbs, the snow started at 6 a.m. this morning. By 10 a.m., it is falling heavily. From 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. tonight, we looking at snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour at times. Total accumulation, 8 to 14 inches, with the highest amounts in the northern and western suburbs. This is a major winter storm. The snow finally tapers off by midnight tonight. Baltimore, Maryland, very similar to D.C. Snow begins at 6:30 a.m., becomes heavy by 11 a.m. The heaviest snow falls between noon and 7 p.m. today. During this time, visibility drops to 1/4 mile or less. Snowfall rates of 1 to 3 inches per hour. Total accumulation, 10 to 16 inches. This is a crippling snowstorm for Baltimore. Snow ends by 1 a.m. Monday morning. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is a big one for you. Snow starts at 8 a.m. this morning. By 11 a.m., it's dumping. From 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. tonight, you are looking at the heaviest snow. Rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour during the peak from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Total snowfall, 12 to 18 inches, with some areas potentially seeing 20 inches. This is one of the biggest snowstorms Philadelphia has seen in 5 years. Snow finally ends around 3 a.m. Monday. Here's a crucial detail that affects everyone from Philadelphia northward. The snow is going to be heavy and wet. This isn't the light, fluffy stuff. This is the kind of snow that brings down trees and power lines. For every 3 inches of this snow, that S equivalent to about 1 inch of rain. That S heavy, that S, why we so concerned about widespread power outages. New York City, all 5 boroughs, Long Island, and southern Connecticut, your snow starts between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. this morning. By noon, it's coming down hard. The absolute peak of the storm for you is from 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. today. During these hours, we are expecting snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour. Thunder snow is possible. Yes, lightning and thunder while it's snowing heavily. Total accumulation for Central Park, 14 to 20 inches. Brooklyn and Queens, 12 to 18 inches. Long Island, 10 to 16 inches less on the South Shore. Northern suburbs in Westchester and Rockland counties, 16 to 24 inches. This is a paralyzing snowstorm. Snow continues overnight, finally ending by 6 a.m. Monday morning. Let me tell you something that's not in the official forecasts yet. The models just updated, and they re-showing that the storm is trending about 30 miles further west than earlier forecasts. What does this mean? It means New York City and Philadelphia could see even higher totals than I just mentioned. We could be looking at an additional 2 to 4 inches beyond what I just said. This is a last-minute shift, and it is significant. Newark, Jersey City, and northern New Jersey, you are in the heaviest band. Snow starts at 9 a.m. Peak intensity from noon until 9 p.m. tonight. Total accumulation, 16 to 24 inches. Some isolated areas could see 26 to 28 inches. This is a historic snowstorm for northern New Jersey, Albany, New York, Syracuse, and upstate New York. You are already in this. Snow started at 4 a.m. You've picked up 4 to 8 inches already. The heavy snow continues until 6 p.m. today. Another 8 to 12 inches expected. Total accumulation 12 to 20 inches, with the highest amounts in the elevated areas. Blowing and drifting snow creates blizzard conditions at times. Visibility near zero. This continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Boston, Massachusetts, and all of eastern Massachusetts, this storm arrives later for you, but it's still significant. Snow starts between 11 a.m. and noon today. It quickly becomes heavy. Peak snowfall from 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. tonight. During this window, we re-looking at rates of 1 to 3 inches per hour. Total accumulation 10 to 18 inches, with the highest amounts west of the city. Cape Cod and the islands see less, 6 to 10 inches. The snow continues overnight and finally tapers off by 8 a.m. Monday morning. Providence, Rhode Island, nearly identical to Boston. Snow from noon today until 7 a.m. Monday. Total 11 to 17 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, you are in a sweet spot for heavy snow. Starts at 10:30 a.m., becomes intense by 1 p.m. From 1 p.m. until 9 p.m. tonight, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour. Total accumulation, 14 to 22 inches. This is one of the biggest storms Hartford has seen in a decade. Portland, Maine, and southern Maine, snow starts at 1 p.m. today. Becomes moderate to heavy by 4 p.m. The heaviest snow falls from 5 p.m. tonight until 2 a.m. Monday morning. Total accumulation, 8 to 14 inches along the coast, 12 to 18 inches inland. The storm finally exits by 10 a.m. Monday morning. Bangor and northern Maine, you are on the northern edge. Light snow starts at 3 p.m. today. Moderate snow from 6 p.m. tonight until 4 a.m. Monday. Total 4 to 8 inches, not as significant as areas to the south. Now let's talk about some cities that are just outside the main impact zone, but you still need to know what's happening. Detroit, Michigan, you are getting clipped by the northern edge. Light to moderate snow from 10 a.m. today until 8 p.m. tonight. Total accumulation 2 to 4 inches. Not a major storm for you, but still slippery roads. Cleveland, Ohio, and Erie, Pennsylvania, you are in the lake effect enhancement zone after the main storm. The primary system brings 3 to 6 inches from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. today. Then tonight and Monday, lake effect snow bands develop. Additional 6 to 12 inches possible in the snow belts through Tuesday. Total storm accumulation, 9 to 18 inches when you combine everything. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you rewrite in the action. Snow started at 5 a.m. You've got 2 to 4 inches already. Heavy snow continues until 4 p.m. today. Total accumulation, 8 to 14 inches. This is a significant event for the Pittsburgh area, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Louisville, Kentucky. You were on the southern edge of the snow. You started with a mix at 3 a.m. You were seeing mostly rain and sleet now. Some freezing rain is still possible in the northern suburbs until noon today. Then it saw rain as temperatures climbed to 36 to 38 degrees. Your storm ends by 5 p.m. today. Indianapolis, Indiana, UV got snow. Started at midnight. UV picked up 3 to 5 inches already. Moderate to heavy snow continues until 3 p.m. today. Another 2 to 4 inches expected. Total, 5 to 9 inches. Blowing snow creates hazardous travel until mid-afternoon. Chicago, Illinois, you are on the western edge. Light to moderate snow from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. today. Total accumulation, 2 to 5 inches. Not a major storm for you compared to what's happening to your east. Snow ends by 4 p.m. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Green Bay, similar to Chicago. Light to moderate snow, 2 to 4 inches total, ending by 3 p.m. today. St. Louis, Missouri, you had the front end of this yesterday. You picked up 2 to 3 inches of snow and sleet. Right now, you are seeing light freezing drizzle. This continues until 11 a.m., then changes to all rain by noon as temperatures rise to 34 degrees. Additional ice accumulation traced to 1/10 inch. Your active weather ends by 2 p.m. today. Kansas City, Missouri, you are dealing with the back edge now, light freezing drizzle and light snow. This continues until 1 p.m. today. Additional accumulation, trace to 1 inch of snow, trace ice. Improving by mid-afternoon, let me give you the forecast for some smaller cities and towns that are being significantly impacted. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, you are in the jackpot zone. Snow from 7 a.m. until midnight tonight. Total, 14 to 20 inches. This is a crippling storm for you. Allentown and Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, same situation. 12 to 18 inches expected. Trenton, New Jersey, right in the heavy band. 14 to 20 inches. Wilmington, Delaware, 12 to 16 inches from 9 a.m. today until 2 a.m. Monday. Dover, Delaware, 10 to 14 inches. Atlantic City, New Jersey, 8 to 12 inches. Less than inland areas because you are coastal. Reading, Pennsylvania, 16 to 22 inches. One of the higher amounts, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 14 to 20 inches. York, Pennsylvania, 12 to 18 inches. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 10 to 16 inches. State College, Pennsylvania, 8 to 14 inches. Now, here is something critical that everyone needs to understand. The timing I just gave you is based on when precipitation starts and ends, but the dangerous conditions last much longer. Road conditions don't improve just because the snow stops falling. In many areas, especially from Virginia northward, roads will remain dangerous through Monday afternoon, even though the snow ends Monday morning. This is because there is so much snow that plows can keep up. Plan for a full 24 to 36 hours of dangerous travel conditions. Let me tell you about the second storm that's developing. This is what you need to know about next weekend, February 1st and 2nd. The pattern is setting up for another potential winter storm affecting the south and east coast. Now, I can give you city-by-city details yet because we are still 7 days out, but here's what the models are showing. Moisture develops in the Gulf of Mexico by Friday, January 31st. A strong cold air mass settles over the eastern third of the country. By Saturday morning, February 1st, we could see winter weather developing from East Texas through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and into Georgia and the Carolinas. The exact track of this system is still uncertain. If it stays south, the deep south gets hit hard with ice and snow. If it tracks further north, the mid-Atlantic and northeast see another snowstorm. Either way, there's a high probability, 30 to 50% chance of significant winter weather somewhere in the eastern U.S. next weekend. The National Weather Service has already highlighted this in their extended outlook. That green shaded area you might see on their maps shows where they have the most confidence in winter weather. As of this morning, they are showing the highest probability across Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia. Here's what's fascinating about this pattern. The models are showing multiple waves of energy. The first wave brings moisture from the Gulf. The second wave drops down from Canada with Arctic air. If these two waves phase together at just the right time, we could see a major winter storm. If they miss each other, the storm stays weak or doesn't develop at all. Right now, the European model is showing the most aggressive solution. It develops a significant storm and brings several inches of snow all the way down to South Carolina by Sunday, February 2nd. The American GFS model is less aggressive. It shows moisture off the coast but doesn't bring as much winter weather inland. The Canadian model is somewhere in between. What should you do with this information? First, don't panic. We re-7 days out. Forecasts change dramatically at this range. Second, stay informed. Check back for updates every day this week. By Wednesday or Thursday, we'll have much better clarity on whether this storm is real and where it's going. Third, if you live anywhere from Texas to Virginia, start thinking about preparations now. Make sure you have supplies at home in case you need to ride out another winter storm. Here's my promise to you. I'll have a detailed update on this second storm by Wednesday evening. By then, the models will be coming into better agreement, and I'll be able to give you specific timing and impacts for your city. Let me wrap up with the critical safety information for right now, today's storm. Power outages are likely from North Carolina through Pennsylvania. If you lose power, do not use generators indoors. Carbon monoxide poisoning kills people every single winter storm. If you must use a generator, keep it at least 20 feet from your house outside in a well-ventilated area. Stay off the roads. I cannot stress this enough. We've already had 1,200 accidents in the last 6 hours. Don't become number 1,201. If you absolutely must travel, keep a winter survival kit in your car. Blankets, water, non-perishable snacks, flashlight, first aid kit, phone charger. If you lose power, pick one room to stay in, close off the rest of the house, hang blankets over doorways to keep heat in that one room. Dress in layers. Your body heat will keep you warm much better if you re-wearing multiple layers of clothing. Check on your neighbors, especially elderly neighbors. Make sure they re-okay. Make sure they have heat. Winter storms are hardest on our senior citizens. If you see downed power lines, assume they re-live. Stay at least 35 feet away. Call your power company immediately. Never touch a downed power line or anything it has touching. For those of you who are experiencing this storm right now, stay inside. Stay warm. Stay safe. This will pass. By Monday afternoon, the worst is over for everyone except far northern New England. By Tuesday, we are looking at sunshine and recovery across most of the affected area. Now, I need you to do 3 things before you go. First, comment below with your city and state. I am responding to every single comment with your specific forecast details. Second, share this with someone you know who is in the path of this storm. They need this information. Third, turn on notifications for this channel so you don't miss my update on Wednesday about the next potential storm. I've been watching storms for 30 years, and I can tell you this. The most dangerous part of any winter storm is complacency. Don't assume you'll be fine. Don't assume the roads are safe. Don't assume the power will stay on. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. The current storm is moving through exactly as forecasted. That means my timeline for your city is accurate. Use it. Plan around it. Stay off the roads during your peak danger hours. Stock up on supplies before your dangerous period begins. If it's already started in your area, hunker down and wait it out. Remember, this isn't just about snow totals or ice accumulation. This is about keeping you and your family safe. This is about making sure everyone gets through this storm without injury. This is about being prepared so that you are not caught off guard. One more thing before I go. I am getting questions about when power might be restored if you lose it. Here's the honest answer. If you're in an area getting significant ice, 1/4 inch or more, and you lose power, it could be out for 24 to 72 hours. In some rural areas with heavy ice, it could be 3 to 5 days. Power companies have to wait until conditions improve before they can send crews out safely. They can restore power while ice is still falling and breaking more lines. If you in a heavy snow area, 12 inches plus, and you lose power, restoration is usually faster, 24 to 48 hours, because they can start working as soon as the snow stops. Snow doesn't damage infrastructure the way ice does. I want to end with this. We were all in this together. Your comments help me help others. When you share your local conditions, other people in your area see it and benefit from it. When you ask questions, I answer them publicly so everyone learns. This is a community of people who care about weather, who care about safety, and who care about each other. The storm we're tracking for next weekend has the potential to be significant. I'll know more in 3 days. Check back Wednesday evening for a full update with city-by-city details if the storm is still on track. If the storm falls apart, I'll let you know that too. I want to hype something that isn't there. I'll give you the straight truth based on the latest data. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. Stay off the roads during the dangerous hours I gave you for your city. And remember, this is temporary. By Tuesday, this storm is history, and we moving on to the next weather pattern. Drop that comment with your city. I'll personally respond with any additional details specific to your location, and I'll see you Wednesday evening with the update on next weekend's potential storm. Take care.